Hello, my name is Carleen Bunn, and for my internship, I worked alongside Eric Cathcart and Wise Environmental to compile a study about environmental analysis of surplus construction sediment for beach renourishment in Solana Beach, California. My project focuses on a new method to combat sea level rise and coastal erosion. California currently relies on hard stabilization structures like seawalls and dredging, even though studies indicate these methods are not ideal because of the cost and efficiency, requiring constant maintenance, and gradually the shoreline becomes armored with structures, which inevitably leads to more slope failure. Dredging is also not ideal for coastal management because of the decrease in water quality and the disturbance of benthic environments. Although the city of Solana Beach has introduced a less destructive mitigation process of recycling construction sediment for beach renourishment. The study aims to focus and explain the implementation of the project notification report. A PNR is based on the Sand Compatibility and Opportunistic Use Program, which focuses on CEQA and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers beach renourishment guidelines. My research questions for this project are: what are the criteria to recycle sediment from construction for beach renourishment? And how well does the construction sediment from Solana Highlands development compare to SCOOP guidelines? The methodology for this project follows: first, drilling 6 borings at depths of up to 30 feet, where samples were then collected from 5, 10, 20, and 30 feet. Those samples were then homogenized, creating 4 composite samples. These samples were analyzed for grain distribution, volatile organic compounds, petroleum hydrocarbons, metals, volatile and semi-volatile compounds, and pesticides. The results were then compared to the USACE guidance along with the National Organic Atmospheric Administration's effects range low and effects range medium, as well as the EPA's regional screening level for cancer risk. After analysis was completed, a PNR was compiled for public review. Your PNR requires the monitoring of a site during construction. Then after the sand placement, a post-construction monitoring report will also be prepared. These figures show where the sediment is being excavated from, being Solana Beach, as you can see in Figure A. Figure B shows the proposed filled and export sediment. The sediment in the red spots show where sediment is being taken from, while the blue shows where sediment will be relocated to. Figure C also is a location where sediment will be taken from and exported to, but this is Fletcher Cove. Figure 2 is a sediment boring log, which describes and illustrates the sediment context collected from boring 17. The geotechnical analysis results show that the sediment collected from Solana Highlands apartments consisted of well-graded sand in which the sand coloration matches the sand currently found at Fletcher Cove. As you can see from the chemical analysis results of the ERLs and the ERMs, shown that none of the composite sediment samples collected from Solana Highlands exceed the concentration limits for metals and other analytes. Although one phthalate compound was detected in composite sample 1 at 9.68 and in composite sample 2 at 14.9, but these concentrations were far below the RSL limit of 39,000. The sediment collected from construction sites can fulfill the requirements and guidelines written by the US ACE, CEQA, and SCOOP for beach renourishment projects. California is a state that is currently resisting against the temptation to comply completely rely on hard stabilization structures except in cases of emergency of imminent slope failure. This study shows that a new approach to coastal management not only helps to alleviate the need for dredging and other hard structures, but also decreases the cost of beach renourishment projects. Following the acceptance of the PNR for this site by the regulatory agencies and public review, approximately 20,000 cubic yards of sediment will be redistributed for Fletcher Cove Renourishment Project. Thank you. And these are my references.